So I've been rearranging things in the living room. This lamp, it's old IKEA and it was like $5 at the Goodwill. I love it so much. It's one of the pieces I got. And then also, if we go over here, this woven stool that our little olive tree is on, also from the Goodwill, and I want to say that was also $5. Like, feels so crazy. And part of the reason I was so excited about this woven stool is because over here, mind the framed photos and hammer and stuff for things that need to be hung up. This stool is almost exactly the same, but it has like a leather or pleather, I'm not sure, kind of seat, but it's almost the exact same design, which I think is really sweet. So it felt very meant to be finding that. And then I think that's all the things in here that I found. So the stool and the lamp, and I really, really love the lamp. It gives off really good light. But I've been rearranging in here a little bit, and then I'm about to go rearrange in the kitchen. What I really want is some kind of cabinet for right here, because like all this stuff that we have on this bookshelf I think would look so much better if we didn't see it. It's basically stuff that like I don't want to see. So I'd love like some kind of cabinet for here, and then either some bookshelves or like little bench to go here so we can have a window seat for our pup and potentially put the TV on something like that instead of having it in the stand. But also we've low-key been thinking about just like packing up our TV and pretty much just using a projector when we want to watch movies, because we haven't really been watching that much TV since we moved into this new apartment. Those are the only updates in here, so now let's head to the kitchen where I've been dragging chairs around. I don't know if I actually like this more or not. I think if this was 6 inches narrower and we could have it centered in between the window and the radiator and then switch the table over a little bit to line up with it, that would be great, but it's not. So now I have to decide if this is better or worse. I'm laying on the kitchen floor and being dramatic because I'm sad that the way that I rearranged did not work. So I rearranged again, and I think it finally works now. I put the bookshelf back where it was, just had to turn the table. I just had to rearrange it like 3 times before figuring out that this works, and switching out the chairs. So this chair used to be in our living room. We still have one left in the living room. That one was already here. And I have some exciting thrift finds to incorporate in here too. So first up, some table linens, tablecloth, and napkins that I'm using as a table runner because they look beautiful together. Let's make it happen. Next thrifted bit, wooden tray. You would have seen all these in recent thrift with me. This is not the final plan. I just don't have salt and pepper shakers yet. So we make it work with what we got for now. It would look better with salt and pepper shakers, but like this already looks better than it was before. All right, I think that's cute. Little vase next to the salt and pepper shakers. Obviously still need a spice organization, spice rack situation. Would love something vertical to take advantage of this space a little bit more. And I feel like that's the main thing right now in this area. And then also like putting fruit and stuff actually in the basket. But yeah, I haven't been able to do that because it's just been like too hot. And I feel like stuff's just been going bad really quickly. So the basket's just out for fun now, but like in the fall and winter we'll actually have produce in there. We're putting up the new shower curtains. I hope that the framing is okay because like I can't see it. So fingers crossed we can see this. I'm gonna turn the light on. They're kind of icky, so don't get mad about it. We just had it hung up on the little hooks just to visualize what it was gonna look like up here, but it needs to actually go through the tension rod. So cute. Okay, and then imagine this with like a runner rug here along the whole thing, and then when you shower and stuff, you still have the little like drying mat that you step on, but we just keep it on the tub to dry out. Okay, now I'm just gonna hang the little hooks up from inside the shower so you won't be able to see that, but I think it looks really sweet. Another little bathroom update. Sink area, little framed album art from really sweet band. adorable little toothbrush cup. I feel like this, I know it couldn't have been made for toothbrush heads, but it just perfectly holds our little toothbrush heads. And then over here, I still need to find a little ceramic like jar, some kind of lidded container to put the cotton rounds in. And I'd like to stack a couple other books under this one so that more of the toilet back is covered, or just find a little linen or something to cover it with to warm it up, because I feel like this toilet is such a cold white. And the rest of what we have going on here, aside from I guess the poopery, but like the wooden bowls and the book feel a little bit warmer. Same with like the wood and everything over here and the cream of the pottery. So I want something to just warm up this area a little bit too. I rearranged the living room again and finally figured out a layout that I actually like. Couch used to be over there. Now it's on the shorter wall, and I think it just makes the space feel a lot bigger. Over here, you're not going to see yet because it's still a little bit of a mess. My partner just got back from a trip, and so there's like backpacks and luggage and that kind of stuff out. But I think this little cozy corner is really starting to come together. I don't remember if I said this in the first home updates video, but couch is IKEA, covers just like a sheet set from IKEA, and then the long pillow cover is Etsy, blanket thrifted, and the little pillow is thrifted, and then pretty much all the candles and stuff are from IKEA, and the candle holders are thrifted. Still waiting to find the perfect bookshelf, so that's why we just have all of these stacks of books out right now. But I really love how this stool and lamp that I thrifted just bring like some warmth, and I think the natural fibers of the stool, like the wood and the straw, especially with this terracotta pot. Yeah, especially with this terracotta pot for our little baby olive tree, just make it feel a little more like grounded and I guess earthy. And I really like how it's coming together. I like how the colors are coming together. I'm thinking about getting a different set of like covers for the sofa. I'm leaning towards something in like a brown, either washed cotton or linen for a little bit better texture. Don't mind all the dog hair on the sofa, I just noticed how much there is. But that's just like, we have a dog, she sheds. There's always gonna be dog hair. You can lid brush it, vacuum it, it's gonna come back in 5 minutes. But yeah, so that is the new living room setup. And it feels like the space is finally starting to come together. I've been trying to decide if I want to do like a corner bookshelf. I'll take a photo of how the TV is set up right now so you can see. I'm trying to decide if I want to do a corner bookshelf over there, or if I should just try and find like one long bookshelf to go along the wall and then leave the TV on its TV stand, because that TV stand is nice because it's super portable. But I think it's just gonna depend on like what we find at the thrift. One other thing with this setup that it's made me realize I really want is some kind of little table or like potentially bench for this side to go right here under the window, because my favorite thing has been sitting like this in the corner. So I do journaling in the morning, or even if I'm just on the computer, like I love sitting like this in this little corner, and I'm constantly balancing a cup of tea or coffee or water on top of this stack of books, and it's just like a little bit precarious. So I would love to find a little bench or table or something, maybe a stool, but ideally a bench right here, because then we could also finally make the full-on window seat for our little dog. I don't know that she would use it because she doesn't really sit on this part of the couch with this setup, but I think it would be nice to give her the option, and again, would be good storage for the books we have. And I just like want that functionality, like this, the book, the top book just has water rings on it from me sticking a cup of tea, coffee, whatever on top of it. So I think right now the main things we're looking for are bookshelves, maybe a little bench or bookshelf over here, bookshelf for that wall, potentially like an L-shaped one, and then a big piece of storage furniture for the bedroom. Now I've switched my idea. Initially I wanted it for the living room, but I don't know that we necessarily need it in here. But I think like a wardrobe or a cabinet or something for the bedroom would be really good. But those are all my home updates. Thank you so much for being here and watching. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. But until then, I'll see you next time. Thanks so much. Bye.